Hey guys, it's Chateau. How's everybody doing today? On the last episode, we came across Route 7, got ourselves a Snorlax, and after that we went to the Pokemon Daycare Center. I started talking about, rambling along how you're supposed to breed a Pokemon, how to get a shiny breeding by hatching. Then we came across, I battled some rivals, and we also are here into this place called Battle Chateau. Show your strength with the title. So there may be some of you guys that never even done it or ever actually mentioned it. Before we actually go into anything else, I like to actually go on to this plaything because I haven't got the chance to show you guys, and I've been actually kind of busy to make my Pokemon happy. Yes, I know. Yes, my Ivysaur. So I want to give more Pokemon love as best I can. It's because they need more affection in order to make sure your Pokemon doesn't die that quickly. It's an old thing since Pokemon X and Y all the way to Sun and Moon. So I suggest do this more often and make sure your Pokemon have high affectionate on you. It's sort of like being friends with them more often. But there's also a little thing that they actually do for this is actually like making sure your Pokemon likes you more times than ever. So I'm going to give my Ivysaur a little treat because he's done a really great job. So thank you very much, Ivysaur. The next thing I want to do is show you guys, because I never showed you guys this when I was trying to get Pokemon to get more of these Pokepuffs. I don't like Berry Picker because Berry Picker is not my favorite thing in the world. You just have to like pick more berries, and you're supposed to have like 3 Pokemon. Hit it. Is actually more likely a yarn ball thing that I like so much, and it's more easier than the fucking berry picking things. And I like this one more times. And then the last thing is title puzzle. In other words, that they show pictures of your Pokemon, your 3 Pokemon that you have in your party. And if you have more than 3, in other words, 6 Pokemon, and if you want, you can always like do the puzzles to try to collect them as much as you can. Probably before time runs out. So in other words, it's not my— Hey! Thumper! Don't do that. Sorry about that. Thumper was about to scratch my door. Fuck you. Anyways, title puzzle is not really my favorite thing, so hang on for a second. I'm really thirsty. I am really thirsty tonight. Okay. So anyways, I like to show you of the Headit. I already done easy and middle. The one thing I didn't do is actually hard, which is I wanted to show you guys about this because I'm pretty sure you guys done it more times than I have. But I like to show you this just in case. So in other words, this could be really challenging. So in other words, you have Ivysaur and you have the time going down, and this is not very easy when I'm actually talking. So in other words, it's not very easy in order to like do this. Oh shit! I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I'm just gonna be really quiet until I get all this done. So, see what I mean? This is not really easy thing ever. This is why it's always easy to actually be very perfectly quiet. And the more you do this, the more Pokepuffs you will actually, more likely get. So, if you want, you can always do it again all over and all over and all over to see if you can get more of these Pokepuffs until you're full. But, the more you keep doing them, the better your Pokemon will actually have more affection on you. So, in other words, it will like you even more, and it will raise up its heart. So, in other words, I will show you how to do this. First things first, I want to actually, say good job on my little Ivysaur. He's not so little anymore. I swear to God, he is becoming really a big boy. Sooner or later, he's going to be even more bigger boy. So, the more you actually love your Pokemon, the more affection it will be. And if you give them more affection than you can even possibly get, there's a possibility that you can actually, have a Pokemon live by 1 HP. Also, you get, like, prizes in order to, like, win some games and all that. So, in other words, there may be easiest way in order to, like, say, you played with Ivysaur a lot, found a homey wooden chair. So, in other words, the more you do it, the better you will actually get more items in order to change these things. So, in other words, I have done some of them. So, I have won some of these things right here. So I like this one here better, and I want to give, I want to make like a roomy item. So in other words, I like to like put it right here, and there is more things that you can actually do. So if you want, you can always like create more items and see where you're gonna put these things. Like it's very simple and just really fun to actually do it. This one's more likely sort of like a table. So I'd rather kind of like go like this. I know it's supposed to be like I don't know, like what is it called? One of those bouncy things. I don't remember. Shut up, people. You can always like put your Pokepuffs onto this one. So like I want to put my Pokepuff right here, like right here. So in other words, that is the easiest thing to do. And if you're actually smart, you can always go to here and turn on your internet. So in other words, I'm just going to wait for the internet to come up. And sooner or later, you're going to have to, you will find trainers coming across you. And I don't know if any of you guys ever play the game anymore. So in other words, it's kind of hard to say. So, so right now, I have the internet on, and then you will actually probably see more Pokemon coming through here. Like this one right here. So, wait for it until like maybe a Pokemon comes down here. This one is just going through, and you can see more Pokemon that's either from another region or from the region that you decided to trade. Like this one is coming down here to check out things, and then there's another Pokemon that decided to join in. And if there's a third Pokemon, if I'm lucky, there is going to be a little party here. Yeah, there we go. So they started talking, in Pokemon, they're talking like, what are they going to do? So in other words, if they want to be friends, they want to fight, they want to give gifts. And now if I'm lucky, I can always like get some gifts from them if they're actually being friends and all that. So I'm just hoping I'm actually lucky to get those. So just give it like a minute in order to think them out. And, this is actually very simple. The more you have Pokemon here, like that, here we go. So the more Pokemon you get from here, and the more they actually talk to each other, or having a little Pokepuff, like right there, it's getting smaller. And the more Pokemon you get, the gifts you will get all the time. So in other words, I want to check what my gift is, and I got like a brown star object. So that's always good. So it came from other places. So I'm going to get one more of these things. And wondering if I can be able to get another gifts. While I'm actually talking, you guys can... there is a way that you can actually always do it all the time. But I'd rather not actually move while this one is going on. Because it's a possibility that you can get more gifts and you know... just click on it whenever and just wanted to do it, whatever. So, not only they give you, like, objects, like, furnitures and stuff, but you can also get, like, a wallpaper, and, then you can probably get, more Pokepuffs. In other words, I got another object, so in other words, that is really cool. So there is a way to actually do that more often. So in other words, since we're done, look who it is. So in other words, I'm supposed to have like a freaking title. So Lady Brooke, huh? I like that. Just like my nickname is actually Lady B. Which actually makes perfect sense, because I like Lady Brooke. Okay, I got bronze. A title, no, not bronze, right? I don't know. I think it might be bronze. But, anyways, you're supposed to battle a lot of those trainers as much as you can. So, in other words, it's very easy, and it's also really well to actually, train other Pokemon. For right now, I want to, trade, I want to, like, give my, switch my, Ivysaur into, Shadow Blade. So, in other words, there are trainers, and if you fight them all, like, I want to do it on screen in order to show you guys, in case if some of you never even played this game before, or you have and you never tried it before. That's always a good thing. Oh, I love my Shadow Blade. He looks awesome. He looks freaking awesome. I am so happy to have Shadow Blade. Now, I was thinking about other names for him, but I couldn't find any names that goes with the blade he is, you know? And since he's a ghost-type Pokemon, and I'm like thinking, I should probably name him Shadow Blade. Like, that sounds really cool. I don't know if any of you guys actually heard of this before, but there was a fake mod that people decided to actually make online. And this one is actually like a form of a Mewtwo. And what I really like so much is that the Mewtwo, she's a female. And she has like a giant blade on top of her head, going down the back of her, small blades behind her head, all the way down her spine, all the way to her tail. And then a giant blade, comes out of the end of the tail. And her name is Mew Blade. I think that was a pure genius Pokemon to actually have that as a Mewtwo who is actually look like a dark psychic type, dark steel type. I don't know, but I would say it's probably like since she's actually black and her body is entire black and part of her tail is actually like purple, and she looks amazing. So Mew Blade as a Blade Mewtwo is a pure fucking genius. Like, I'm not kidding. And so far, since I got Shadow Blade, and I thought the name Shadow Blade would actually work with him, since he's actually a ghost type Pokemon, and he's like he's a sword, and I thought that would actually be a smart thing to do. I have no other good names for him, exactly. I gotta be perfectly honest. I have no good names for him. But Shadow Blade, I like it, you know? And there's another thing I really am afraid of this Pokemon. And, I actually kind of saw something online that they were talking about, one of the comic books of Shauna and the other team I'm not going to mention yet. But apparently it looked like that Shauna was actually being controlled by Honedge. And it was kind of terrifying, because that Honedge had that cloth, the one that is actually holding, what is it called? Oh shit, he has Ralu, that's awesome. That thing that he's holding. I don't remember what it's called. It's one of those things that you put the sword in. But anyways, that cloth was actually around Shauna's arm to her hand. And the way I look at her, she really looks like she's being controlled by Honedge. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I was kind of scared, because I was like thinking, what's going on with Shauna? Is she okay? And somehow she is being controlled by Honedge, by another team member, bad guys, I would say. But I'm not going to mention who it is yet. But it was kind of scary, because I saw how Honedge is actually controlling her. And she's using Honedge's blade is actually cutting down the trees in order to practice whatever she's doing. And I'm kind of scared. I'm extremely petrified. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Shauna? I don't understand what the hell. And I was kind of scared at first. But anyways, yeah, I was kind of scared. And I was like thinking, oh no, Shauna's being controlled by a frickin' sword Pokemon. And it's terrifying. I don't remember the details of what that Pokemon used in order to control people. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm gonna look it up on Pokédex after I'm done with this. But man, let me tell you, I just saw the pictures of it, and I find that so fucking scary. And you fucking son of a whore. But anyways, yeah, it was actually pretty freaky. I'm not kidding. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, it was kind of really freaky, and I'm like thinking, dude, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, anyways, Shadow Blade. I thought it was a good name for him, and since he's more likely a Blade and a Ghost type Pokemon, I thought it would actually suit him more. You know, like, I don't know. I was just thinking that it might be a really good idea, and thought that is actually a really good idea. So why the fuck not? But anyways, I love Shadow Blade. I think he looks amazing with that shiny color. Oh man, I can never can never stop thinking about that. Just like the same thing that when I found Magby when I did the hatching of the odd egg, and I was like thinking, am I gonna be able to get a Tyrogue? Because I would like to have a Tyrogue right now. But no, it decided to give me a shiny Magby, and I'm like, fuck! Ooh, Aerial Ace. Fury Cutter's really good. Let's see here. 40% power, 40% power, 40% power, 60% power. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Pursuit. I don't use Pursuit very often. I have used it when I was actually battling Esper, but, not very much anymore. It's not really a powerful move. So I don't think that might be it. Oh! Oh, that means we are the winner! So the more you do it, there may be a chance that you can actually win more of these things. So in other words, talk to this lady here, do you believe? In other words, I can't even afford it, so that's sad. So in other words, that the more you do it, and if you have enough money, you can always, actually, yeah, we'll tip him. $1. Okay. Okay, thank you. I was wondering if I was going to be able to get that. Okay, anyways. So, yeah, and I also got another gift right here. So in other words, we got a Pokepuff. That's actually awesome. So like I said, the more you do it, the better that your Pokemon will actually be. And here's our battle against all of us. So that's always fun. Okay, so in the meantime, guys, we're going to stop here for tonight. So in the meantime, please make a like down below and also subscribe. And if you want to comment to me, please feel free. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful night. Bye!